Okay, great. Thank you for the introduction. Very excited to be here today to share with everyone a lot of best practices that I've gathered throughout the years. So as Mark mentioned, I've been working with Raytheon for the past 13 years. I spent 10 years supporting doors on a very large-scale program, and for the past 3 years, I really started to consult with other programs within Raytheon. So part of my job I probably enjoy the most is really sharing knowledge as far as what has worked well for us in the hopes that it could help others out. I've had the privilege of working with every type of user role imaginable, systems engineering being kind of the heaviest hitters, but then whether it be software, test, configuration management, quality. So I've really gotten to know a lot of people that work in different roles, and in one way or another, these people had to interact with doors, and so I really got to know what are the types of things that they'd like to be able to do with the tool, and my group and I have really customized doors a lot to make it much easier to use for the respective teams. So I'm very passionate about basically sharing best practices, and the focus of today's presentation will be on just a few of those key tips and what I recommend you do to really get a lot of reuse and benefit from using rational doors. So I think most of the people on the call probably know what doors is, but just in case, it's the world-leading requirement management tool, and it's really kind of like a combination of Word and Excel. It's a database, you have projects, you've got modules, so the idea is you keep your requirements indoors, and where it gives you a lot of benefits is especially on the larger programs. So again, working at Raytheon, working on the aerospace and defense contract, we have very complicated products that we make, so it's not enough to just use Word and Excel or a lighter weight requirement management solution. So that's where the doors database comes in. It allows you to take the customer spec, develop your system specs, subsystem specs, elements, components, ensembles, I mean, you name it. So as I mentioned, one of the programs I supported had over 400 requirement specs, I think spanning 8 or 9 levels, from the customer spec all the way down to the software requirement specifications. So needless to say, doors is a great tool, extremely scalable, and it allows you to manage a lot of complexity. So you've got your requirements in there. You've got attributes, which are ways of tagging requirements. So things like, with what verification method am I going to test my requirements? Is the requirement safety related, and so forth. So again, I can't say enough good things about the doors product, and especially on managing the large scale and complex programs. And so the thing that I've going for me is that doors is the Raytheon standard, meaning that doors is used pretty much throughout the company, and I'm trying to get us to use it the exact same way. So as I mentioned, doors has a lot of great features right out of the box. It has a consistent user interface. It gives you the ability through DXL to customize it. So certainly without customization, I think it's lacking in a few areas. But once you get the customization dropped in, it becomes a completely different tool. It comes with a change proposal system, which gives you a way to formally manage changes to your requirements. And IBM has integrations to other tools like Rational Team Concert or Rational Change. So in lieu of using the change proposal system, you can use other integrations for managing changes. My team and I have been successful with using the change proposal system in conjunction with customizations we've developed to make it much easier and more streamlined to use. Likewise, you can import, export documents, Word documents, Excel documents in and out of doors. Again, this is important for when you're trying to analyze things indoors. It's important to be able to take things out, do some analysis, and so forth.